What's poppin'? It's your man Peter Jackson, and right now you are checking out thisiswalder.com. Man, probably Crisscross Jump. Like when I was super young, I actually went in Niagara Falls and did like a music video to it when I was like 6. So probably that record. And I remember when I got a little bit older, freestyling all the time over Mobilarity. That's what it was called, the Raekwon album.
Yeah,
freestyling and like over his records and shit when I listened to them. So to me, those two things like really stood out to me with hip hop. Definitely did. Was like made me want to do it, you know. That's a dope question. Probably somebody like high up in business, just to like, you know, in like actual boardroom situations.
Yeah.
And like actually like that, just to kind of get the other side of things and see what it was like, you know, to handle some of that stuff. I don't have a specific person, but that would be the, you know, what I'd want to do. Fuck, man. I like Nicolas Cage. I know we don't look alike, but a lot of people don't like him as an actor, but I like him as an actor. I don't know though. I don't know. Be God willing. That shit. Probably the record with Future and They Don't Know, or whatever it's called, with Jules and Future.
Nobody knows.
Nobody knows, and then Concrete Jungle with Pusha and Troy Ave.
Yeah.
If I could turn back time by Cher. I love that record. I love that record. I wish I could sample that record and do something with it. Usually, actually, before I leave my house to go to the studio, I'll grab Jordan slippers if they're not on, if it's like snowing out or something, shorts or like a tracksuit, and I'll roll up probably like, you know, like a 20 bag, 30 bag, and then bring another couple grams with me. Just sit and smoke. Like, just, I don't really drink when I record. I think it's too much for me. But I smoke a lot just because if I'm by myself, it helps me focus. Like, focus on one thing. Oh man. First person that was nervous to meet. Probably Tretch from Naughty by Nature. Just because it was like the closest you'll ever get to Pac.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So probably Tretch.
And when did you meet him?
Man, years ago now. Like 08, 09, when I toured with him. And I got to open and tour with Naughty by Nature across the country. Yeah, that's my family. That's like, it started with me and Sheek. It started on the Ghostface tour. Me and Sheek actually kind of, right before we went on tour, we did that record I have called OMG. Mm-hmm. We did that record together and he liked it. Like, he liked what I did with it. And I think we sounded good together. So that kind of sparked that. And then the plan was when we got on tour, we were going to shoot the video. And basically we vibed out. We ended up in his hotel room one night just listening to records. I played him a bunch of stuff. We spoke about business. And that kind of really sparked it. And then from there, I went to Yonkers with a video director. And we ended up meeting up with Styles and Jada, and I met everybody in the studio and just basically kind of sparked off that relationship. Then I came back to it again with Styles and Sheek, and by this time, me and Sheek had already done like 5 records together. So the other guys were kind of seeing what Sheek was doing with me. He was helping me, he was looking out for me, and he's still looking out for me. I mean, we spoke the other day, and same thing with Styles. Styles looked out for me. It kind of made the tour with Jadakiss happen. Everything. So it's a family situation, and for me it's like I wanted to get signed to D Block. Like, since I was a kid, that's what I wanted. I love D Block. I came up on Jada. I think like my style comes from East Coast hip hop because that's what we came up on. That's where I'm from. I'm from Toronto, like where it's East Coast. So basically, it was just something that I really wanted to be a part of. And I mean, it's not a record label. Like, Jada got his own situation. Mm-hmm. Sheek got his own situation. Styles got his own. They got a group situation. Sheek and Ghost got a situation. So it's more like I'm repping, you know, their stuff. They're helping me. They're looking out for me. You know, it's not an official deal. It's nothing like that. But it's definitely a family situation. And Sheek like my OG. So a long ass time ago, a promoter told me it was one of my first big shows. He told me like to give artists their space. And this was when I was like 17. And it was like, you know, I think I was going to do a show with Beanie Man, and he was just like, yo, like, this loud dude, like, you know, give him his space and don't be a groupie. Like, don't be like, yo, telling them whatever record was like the dopest record you've ever heard. Like, don't do that. It happens all the time. If you want to build with them, let it happen naturally. So I think that was good because, like, from a young age, we weren't those dudes. We weren't begging for pictures. We were acting like we were the same as them, because we are.
Yeah.
You know, so I think that definitely. And Tretch, one night, I think we were in Lethbridge on tour, and he was watching a sound check. He like stopped us and like pulled me over and was like, yo, grab the mic. It was like, put my hand in a certain position. He's like, hold your hand there. It'll make a world of difference. And he's like, you know, you'll see. And then, you know, realistically, he taught me how to hold the mic correctly on stage to get the best sound out of my voice. And Vin from Naughty by Nature is the reason we have a banner now. And I'm sure we would have got it eventually, but branding, it was like, you know, every time they did a show, you seen the big Naughty by Nature sign. So it's like, you have to brand. Like, branding is so important in this business. So I think, you know, those guys, they showed me and taught me so much. I mean, they're Grammy winners, they're, you know, hip hop, you know, honorees. Yeah. They're everything that any hip hop group could or artist could ever want to be, you know. So anytime those guys talk, I just shut up and soak like a sponge. Probably Wild Boy. My shit, like, you know, we love to party and shit, and we have a lot of fun. And I think some of the behind the scenes things people wouldn't believe, you know, the shit that I put people through, like, you know, my DJ and people on the road and just at home at parties and stuff. So just some wild shit, you know what I mean? It'd be good. We get good ratings. We get good ratings for sure. Man, that's a good question. Probably like in general in life or anything like that, just probably just in certain situations when I wasn't able to, like, you know, control something. Mm-hmm. But sometimes, like, you know, as an artist or something, there's people around that you're so much like, or you feel they're so much bigger than you, so you don't want to say the wrong thing and stuff, you know. Or sometimes you just don't like something someone did, but you gotta let it slide because you don't know, you know, you don't know your place, I guess, in certain situations. But I can't think of an exact situation, but that had me stumped. I'm sitting here like, yo, sometimes they can really mess shit up, you know what I mean? Yeah. Like, sometimes it's like, it's better to be careful, but I'm not one of those dudes. I'd rather make the mistake, like, you know, just because it's not gonna happen again. Like, I'm like one of those people, like, if I get caught for something, I'm like, yeah, I did it. And everybody's cool after that because you admitted you did it. It's the same type of situation, you know what I mean? And it's like, I just think that sometimes it can really mess something up. So I think people, sometimes it's easier to play safe, you know what I mean? But not for me. Basically, it's somebody from Epic and somebody from So Def. It's Jermaine's assistant. He's actually the one that's doing all the work. Like, he's putting in crazy work, and then he's, you know, helping me get records, helping me connect with certain people he's got relationships with, people I want to work with. A lot of the remixes and stuff have come from him. And like I said, when we were talking before, you know, he was in Dallas yesterday, he's in LA this morning, so we get so much stuff done that way with him. And he's basically A&R on the project through So Def and everything, but he's the one who hooked me up with Tyga too. And the situation with them is, like, Last Kings is presenting the mixtape, and it's gonna come out with them, and Tyga's doing the same thing. Like, he's helping me build the correct records, you know, and get certain people on the records. And, you know, the record or the mixtape's called Good Company. And like I said, the whole purpose of this mixtape is to show that I belong with all these big names, with the Ace Hoods, you know, with the Naughty by Natures, you know, with everybody. And, you know, just stand up on these records and really push. Yeah, Ace Hood's on the project. Trae The Truth is on the project. Tyga's on the project. Lil B's on the project. Aasim, who's a really big ghostwriter, works with Diddy, he's on the project. Cassidy's on Good Company. Talib Kweli's on Good Company. Honestly, man, Jada's on Good Company. Styles, Sheek. There's a ton of people on it. Lloyd's on it. Twista's on it. There's so many people. Some of the people, one of the girls off Love and Hip Hop's on it. You know, there's a ton of stuff going on. It's like every day something's happening for it, and it's really dope. And it's definitely a blessing to be working with, you know, Last Kings and So Def and everybody right now. Definitely videos. I got I'm sitting on my video with Joe Button. I'm about to drop that for the record called Help with Emerson Brooks and Joe. That's coming out soon. I just shot another video for the first song on my album called Fighter. That's one of my favorite records, and it's dope. We got a chance to like really shoot like a movie for that. It's basically like a small movie. It's got dialogue, everything, so it's really dope. There's a bunch of actors in it. Like I haven't even shot my parts for the video, and it's pretty much done. I'm the last kind of piece to that puzzle. I've got a few other videos that are coming off of that as well. We're gonna push that fully because the numbers are still really moving. SoundScan numbers are great with the album. I'm going back out on tour across Canada in March with Styles P. And then
Styles come back,
Styles come back to do a solo tour. We had such a great, it was hard to get him in the country. So to the people who got him in the country, they did a great job. And after that, people kind of realized, oh my God, he can get in. So now he wants to come back and do a solo run. And
doing a whole Canadian tour?
I think we're going to do the West Coast too, but on the East, he got like 14 shows already. So,
nice.
We're going to do that tour. And then I'm going over to Europe with Tyga in May, just after the Junos. We got a couple shows as well in Canada together. Just a couple, kind of introduce what we're doing, you know what I mean? Then we're going to Europe together, and then I'm going to Europe with Swollen members. And when I come back in June, I got another tour over in Canada. So that's the way I am. Like, I might even be trying to go to the States in between all that, but it's just the schedule is so hectic right now that it might not fit, If the money's not right, then it don't fit. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So just kind of trying to work all that kind of stuff out right now, but just consistency, man. Basically, I'm trying to drop the mixtape Good Company in February. If not February, definitely March. Definitely before all these tours and everything really kick off. Just so I can have the two projects, Fresh Start and Good Company, kind of moving at the same time. And other than that, definitely before the tours. Get it out.
Okay, man, that's it.
Cool. Nobody knows what I go through.
Yeah.